Topical simply means you find a topic, like believing that she talked about tonight. That would be a topic. And then you can go to your Bible or your concordance and find out what's used on believing, and you can trace the word through to a certain degree where you want to reach a certain point. That is topical. Now, every good topic has two things in it: the natural and the spiritual. In other words, if you have a good topic, I always like to see it have both a natural or a sense knowledge human type of word and a spiritual word or Bible word, if that helps in your thinking. For instance, believing is a good census word, right? So I just wouldn't teach on the topic of believing. I would select something like believing the Word. The Word is the spiritual side, believing is the senses side. Every good topic should have those two phases in it. Do you understand? Well, somebody give me a topic that would have it. All right? Johanna?
Walking in love.
Walking would be the senses point. Love could be senses, but the way she's utilizing it, we would already know it would tend toward the spiritual. Give me another one. Yes, Tom.
The love of God.
Okay, the love of God is greater far than pen could ever tell. See, the love of God. Love would be the human side, God would be the spiritual side. Anyone else? Yes, Ralph.
Hope of the return.
Okay. That would be okay. Dell?
Bible kind of thing.
Okay, now there's a good one. Anyone else? Yes.
Trusting God.
Trusting God, right? This is just something that you learn, and that is topical. John Nave, who is on interim corps this year, sitting back there, his great-great-grandfather did what's back there in the, is it still back there in the showcase? Nave's Topical Bible. It's a great piece of work. And it's right along the line that I'm talking. He doesn't have the secular and the spiritual, but he did a topical study, the different topics that are given in the Bible. It's a very comprehensive piece of work, and it's the only good work that's ever been done. It's been done by his great-grandfather. It's called Nave's Topical Bible. Is it still in print, John? I think they reprinted it. Sundervan or someone did a number of years ago, didn't they? Southwestern did it. Good. I hope you get the original and all the papers for us so we can exhibit it at the Fine Arts Center. I'd be very proud to have it out of the Nave family. Now, the next type is textual. And textual is nothing more than to take one text, and usually what a text is, just a verse. That's what texts are. Many times, you see, the topic and the text relate very closely. It's a topical sermon, but it sometimes has just one text. Another time it'll be a topical sermon with a number of different verses or texts. Now, textual simply means Well, take John 3:16. You all know that one. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have what?
Everlasting.
All right. Now, when you teach, you just take that one verse and you stay right on that one verse and you handle just that one verse. That is technically what textual teaching or preaching is. The third category is expository. Now, naturally, if you're doing a text, you're going to expound the text, right? But that technically is not expository preaching or teaching. Expository teaching is the kind that I do in the core, where we start with verse 1 of chapter 1, and we just do her word by word and line by line all the way through. Now, naturally, if you have an hour teaching or an hour and a half and you do expository, you can't do the whole book Acts. Therefore, many times I will just handle a chapter of Corinthians or a chapter in Acts, and I'll do expository teaching on it. But the great depth of expository teaching literally means that you do it word by word and line by line. That's you expound it, exposit on it. You declare it. A gexomai, I guess, Walter, huh? You just unfold it. That is expository. So, I don't know if I understood you or not rightly, but that technically is what expository teaching is.